The following opinions are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
Captain Jim Marshall here with BoatTest.com. Today we're on Beneteau's first 35 Carbon Edition. Let's take her out and see how she performs. This far-designed cruiser racer has go-fast graphics, high-tech racing accoutrements, but is also appointed for day sailing or weekend cruising aboard. Before we head out, let's take a quick look at the on-deck features of this boat, which has an 11-foot, 11-inch beam. Starting in the bow, this particular boat utilizes roller furling gear along with a high-tech racing jib. An owner who is solely interested in racing would gain more performance by eliminating the roller furler, increasing sail area and speed potential. A dual-purpose feature is the recessed anchor windlass with concealed chain rode feed tube. Whether one is racing or cruising, having the main control lines led aft from the mast to the companionway is a plus. Everything is within reach, led through a bank of jammers on both the port and starboard sides to respective companionway winches. A rigid boom vang with a powerful block and tackle purchase provides both shape control for the mainsail and a measure of safety by preventing the boom from crashing down into the cockpit if the main halyard were suddenly released. The cockpit is open and roomy, making an efficient racing platform as well as a comfortable lounging area while at anchor. The starboard bench seat opens to a roomy sail gear storage area. Winch placement outboard is well designed for utility of sail trimming and ease of movement in and out of the area. Aft in the cockpit is a removable bridge beam that opens up access to the stern for swimming, passing gear on board, or med mooring. Aft on the port side of the cockpit is a freshwater faucet and shower, propane tank stowage, performance instrumentation, and emergency bilge pump. On the starboard side are the engine controls and gauges along with the autopilot, all within easy reach of the helmsman. Behind the steering gear access panel is a locker for the life raft. As the name implies, one of the key features of this boat, its carbon fiber rig. Advanced but standard features in Beneteau's first 35 Carbon Edition include her signature black carbon fiber mast and sprit. She also has rod rigging, a PBO, adjustable backstay, outboard chain plates, a tilting carbon fiber steering wheel, and adjustable jib lead pullers. The carbon mast is light and strong, not only improving racing performance, but reducing heel and hobby horsing in a breeze and a seaway, making cruising more enjoyable. With rod rigging fixed to outboard chain plates, the mast is stepped on the keel, and along with an adjustable PBO backstay, the rig system provides dramatically increased control of mast bend, mainsail shape, and thus sailing performance. We think the carbon technology is a win-win for both cruising and racing. The carbon fiber steering wheel is light and strong and provides fingertip steering control. Released by a foot pedal, the wheel can be fixed upright or canted to either the port or starboard sides. The first 35 Carbon Edition is equipped with fore and aft lead pullers and also has adjustable in-haulers that change the jib's angle of attack to the wind, increasing upwind sailing performance. For downwind speed, the tack of a large asymmetrical spinnaker is supported by the carbon fiber sprit that is housed in an integral tube in the bow. With the sprit extended, the sail area is projected forward, increasing speed, yet keeping sail handling easy. Off the dock and heading out for our test sail, we recorded a steady 13 to 15 knots of wind in smooth water. With the 108% Genoa and mainsail set and trim, the boat settled in very nicely upwind at 6.4 knots at about 40 degrees true wind angle. The 7-foot 5-inch deep keel provided good stability and lateral resistance for close-winded sailing. Heel angle is 18 to 20 degrees and the touch on the helm was light and balanced. Bearing off to 60 degrees true wind angle, the boat speed jumped to 7.5 knots with the sails eased and little pressure on the wheel. At 80 degrees, we were comfortably at 8 knots. Bearing off some more brought us to 8.4 knots at 100 degrees. Launching the big asymmetrical spinnaker at 120 degrees true wind angle, the boat speed increased to 8.6 knots, our peak boat speed on this test. Even with the relatively fresh breeze and the heel angle at 20 degrees, the helm was balanced and responsive and the boat tracked purposely down the course. Bearing off some more saw the boat speed start to ease off a bit, down to 8.2 knots at 140 degrees true wind angle. Heel angle came down to about 10 degrees and the boat was comfortable, responsive, and lively. As expected, when we bore off and sailed deeper angles, the boat speed faded to 7.3 knots at 160 degrees. With the sailing day coming to a close, we headed back to the harbor for one more test, maneuverability under power and docking. Powered by a Yanmar 29 horsepower diesel engine, she was equally responsive in forward or reverse, turning on a dime, and readily answered steering input and throttle controls. Backing into a slip and a cross breeze was anticlimactic, and down an alleyway into tight quarters was smooth and easy. That's our look at the performance of Beneteau's first 35 Carbon Edition. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Jim.